Between 1915 and 1923, over 1.5 million Armenians were systematically exterminated in the Ottoman Empire, a crime against humanity that remains unrecognized by many nations today. Why has the world turned a blind eye to the Armenian Genocide? The Armenian Genocide 1915–1923 was the deliberate and systematic destruction of the Armenian population by the Ottoman Empire under the cover of World War I. Despite overwhelming historical evidence, the genocide remains a contentious issue, with Turkey denying its occurrence and many nations reluctant to officially acknowledge it. Historical background: Armenians in the Ottoman Empire. For centuries, Armenians, a Christian minority, lived under Ottoman rule, often facing discrimination as second-class citizens. Rising tensions. By the late 19th century, nationalist movements and Ottoman decline led to violent massacres, e.g., the Hamidian massacres of 1894 to 1896. World War I context. The Ottoman government, led by the Young Turks Committee of Union and Progress, saw Armenians as a threat, accusing them of siding with Russia. The genocide unfolds 1915 to 1923. 1. Arrests and executions. On April 24, 1915, hundreds of Armenian intellectuals and leaders were arrested in Constantinople, now Istanbul, marking the genocide's beginning. 2. Deportation and death marches. Over 1 million Armenians were forcibly removed from their homes and sent on brutal marches through deserts, e.g., Deir-ez-Zor in Syria, where they died from starvation, exhaustion, or massacre. 3. Mass killings. Ottoman forces, along with Kurdish militias, carried out mass shootings, drownings, and burnings. 4. Orphaned children and forced conversions. Survivors, mostly women and children, were often forcibly Islamized or sold into slavery. International response and denial. Eyewitness accounts. Diplomats, like U.S. Ambassador Henry Morgenthau, and missionaries documented the atrocities. Post-war trials. Some Ottoman officials were convicted, but most perpetrators escaped justice. Turkey's denial. To this day, Turkey rejects the term genocide, claiming Armenians died due to war and civil unrest. Global recognition. Only 34 countries, including France, Germany, and the U.S. as of 2021, officially recognize it as genocide. Legacy and ongoing struggle. Diaspora and memory. Survivors and descendants formed a global Armenian diaspora, fighting for recognition. Cultural erasure. Historic Armenian sites in Turkey, like Ani, remain neglected or destroyed. Modern implications. Denial perpetuates historical injustice, impacting Armenian-Turkish relations and human rights discourse. Conclusion. The Armenian Genocide was one of the 20th century's first large-scale atrocities, setting a tragic precedent for future genocides. Yet, political interests continue to overshadow justice. As survivors' voices fade, the world must confront this dark chapter not just for history's sake, but to prevent such horrors from repeating. If genocide is denied while survivors still live, what does that mean for truth when they are gone? Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more. See you soon.